That way we can, get that part of it done.
Okay.
Let's skip down to item 7, updates from Steve Powell.
Okay, I think what I wanted to visit about is what we talked about regarding the status of the street job inspection and where we are in the way of trying to come up with if we should try to get liquidated damages from the contractor. I assume that you have received a copy of the email I sent to the mayor today, and basically what that's, the summation of all of that is that with all the delays that were built into the project because of weather and then with COVID, and some of them, if not the majority of them, because of the contractor's issues. But if you look at the contract, he had 150 calendar days to do the phase 2 project by the contract. And if you look at when he actually started work on phase 2, that was June the 23rd, according to the daily diaries of our inspector. Then you apply the 150 calendar days, and that gets you to November the 19th. It looks to us like that he completed the project, he completed all work on the project up to November the 20th. So we're only looking at 1 day's liquidated damages in its purest sense. It's possible that he would have a good case to at least make a partial case that he had some rain days in late or early November that would have delayed that ending when he was in the crunch time to try to get done. There were a couple of days in there when he was supposed to start on a Monday, and it rained on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and he didn't actually get in until Friday, and all he could do was clean up. And so he was, he would probably make a good case that of those 4 or 5 days that he lost due to rain in early November, they were critical to him to meet that November 15th deadline that we had established. And frankly, the November 15th deadline was set based upon my remembrance of when he started phase 2 work. I assumed he started somewhere around the 15th of July, the 15th of June, and applied the 150 days and came up with November the 15th. But in reality, according to our inspector's diary, his actual start date was June the 23rd on Hogan Street. That was the beginning of his phase 2 work. He undertook Hogan Street, and then he jumped back to finish phase 1 on South Van, and he did South Van, which was under phase 1, and completed that. And then he jumped from there. He went to North Adair. So he kind of jumped back and forth there in late June and early July, and then in I think July the 7th, the contractor pulled his asphalt people off the job to go to another job. This was his own decision, but he pulled them off and went to another job. He didn't return to the job site with his asphalt crews until September. So he lost most of July and most of August on his own, which was the point of angst as far as I was concerned. He lost all that time on his asphalt when we had really good days when he could have been working, but he was working somewhere else with the same crew. Now, he did work during those times, but it was doing concrete work and curb work and other things. He wasn't doing asphalt work. But when it all boils down to everything, what comes down is November the 19th by contract, and he finished on November the 20th. So, in my opinion, it's probably, and we saved, or we cut about $100,000 out of the phase 2 project. So we're way under budget on that portion of it. That money will roll over. I assume it will roll over to next year's street work. But we're about $100,000 under budget on that part of the project. So I really don't know that going after the $500 is really worth it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I have another item I just want to brief you on really quick. As you probably know, we had a bid opening last week for drainage projects, 2 drainage projects in town. We've got 2 bids. We will be presenting that to the mayor and then on to the city council for action. But I wanted to let the street committee know that these are drainage projects that falls under your purview. And one of them is 3rd and East Manor Storm Sewer Improvement Project, and the other one is Phase 1 of the 14th and Fairland Stormwater Improvements there. We're a bank stabilization project. We did get 2 bids. One was a really good bid. The total bid was $291,072. Engineer's estimate for the 2 projects was $300,000. The other bid that we got on the project was quite a bit higher. Total bid was never do things. $513,665. So I won't call it a token bid, but I haven't gone through it in detail because it was so far off. But we did have 2 bids, and one was within the engineer's estimate. That's all I had as far as those 2 items.
Okay, anybody, any questions? All right, Steve, appreciate it.
Well, thank you all for letting me do it this way. I appreciate it. I'm sorry we had so much problem. Darla, I will talk to you tomorrow and see if we can figure out your speaker problem.
Sounds good, thank you.
Thank you all.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye.
Okay. Darla, I thought we approved most of these. I don't have a problem doing it a second time, but I thought we approved these our last meeting.
I missed them. No, I put old ones on there that we had already approved last time.
Okay.
So sorry. So none of these have been approved.
All right. Discussion, possible approval of the minutes of August 28th, 2020, special meeting.
Make a motion.
Second. Any discussion? Call for vote.
Smith,
Yes.
Chitwood,
Yes.
Ketcher.
Yes. Okay. 3, discuss possible approval of the minutes of September 3rd, 2020, special meeting. Your motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion on that? Call for vote.
Chitwood,
Abstain.
Ketcher,
Yes.
Smith.
Yes. Okay, number 4, discuss possible approval of the minutes of October 27th, 2020, regular meeting.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Any comments on this? Discussion? Call for vote.
Ketcher,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Chitwood.
Abstain.
Okay, any petitions? Buddy, got a petition? Okay, Buddy, why don't you go ahead and give us the update on the backhoe when you do your report? Is that the same one?
Our second newest was our 420 Cat. This one here is the very first one. It's a 97 Caterpillar backhoe. And this is the one that's, well, that we got it when I started working here. So, I mean, it's still a decent backhoe. It doesn't have a turbo on it like the other ones, so it's, like I said, it's a little slower going around. We have to road everything going back and forth. But we've got 4 down there, and we was gonna trade these in last time. We thought, well, we'll hold off for just a little bit. Now we're getting down there where we've got 2 basically fairly new backhoes, then we still have one as a backup if we need it. So this one here, like I said, we was gonna put it in surplus anyway we really didn't have anything we was gonna look at trading in, so we just gonna put surplus, sell it, and then, like I said, give the other departments if they wanted it, and then I know that the golf course said that they'd be interested in it. So we've come up here and done all the paperwork. I've turned everything in, what it is, and I guess it's just for improvement. We really don't need it. Like I said, because we do have it's a 99, which is just a couple years newer, but Like I said, it's more there for backup, and sometimes we'll use it just, you know, keep the motor running and stuff, so the seals and things like that don't go out. But I mean, that's one reason why we're looking at, for the golf course, if they're needing it, because we don't
You don't have a big use for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be, for our insurance purposes, that's something if we're not using it, we're paying insurance on it. Just pass the buck to somebody else if they want it.
Okay. What else you got going?
Well, we've been, right now, sweeping half of the day and sucking ditches the rest of the other half of the day, trying to get everything. Hopefully tonight, when we get that 65-mile-an-hour wind, anything that's left on the trees, it'll be blowed off. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Because, we can go through and clear a section of streets, like from Thurman to Elliott, we can do those. And just a couple of days later, everything just, it blows back out again. It's just a never-ending deal. But like I said, we're not catching up, we're behind, but again, it's just you can only go so fast with that type of machinery. But, other than that, like I said, we've been trimming trees, we've done, trying to keep some of the potholes. We don't have as many now since we got, Gaither done. That was a big, part of our patching material that we used, because it just seemed like it wasn't really deep enough to hold it very well, but it would last for about a week, but then when you get a little moisture like this, it would come out. And there was just too many of them to go through and try to do base repair. You'd be out there for no telling how long on that part. Other than that, just basically stuff. We got a lot of guys that's, I think we've got 4 that was hired in December, and they're all trying to get their vacations off, so we're, I'm not gonna say shorthanded, but we're down to, I think we've got 4 that's off, trying to get all their, because if they have to get them, I think most of them by the 7th of December, so they're trying to get everything used up. But other than that, anything that comes up, we've been handling it, no problems and stuff, but a lot of calls about the leaves, but people just have to be patient. By the time we get around, we just don't hit here and there. We stay in one area till we get it done, completed, and then we move on. So eventually we'll get around to them, but it's gonna take us a little while.
Okay. You guys any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
buddy.
buddy. All right, so we're gonna skip down to 9. Discuss backhoe model number 416C, serial number 4ZN01692 from the street department to the Pryor Creek Golf Course. Pryor Creek, or the Pryor Street Department book value, the backhoe was $48,000. I have a motion.
I'll make that motion.
Second. Any discussion?
Nope, I believe it's good use of our assets, transfer them where they're needed, not have to buy new somewhere else.
Yep.
For a good piece of equipment that we know, yeah.
Just sits out here right before
Call for vote?
Smith,
Yes.
Chitwood,
Yes,
Ketcher.
Yes. All right, number 8, discuss possible recommended council action regarding assessment of penalties against H&G Paving Co. due to exceedance of time on the 2019-2020 street project. Got a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion?
Well, in light of what Mr. Powell said, but this is the second time they've done this to us, I don't think we need to use them anymore.
Any suggestions, Mr. Mayor?
I talked to H&G. One of the topics of conversation was there's $100,000 left on this contract. Can we go ahead and do some more work? And I said no. I think it'd be good if we go ahead and get everything wrapped up, and because winter's coming on, doing asphalt work is not going to be appropriate, perhaps for the temperature to do the asphalt work. I think to find them one day is in my opinion, probably not appropriate. We are coming out ahead on the thing, and I do know that they turned the wheels to try to get to really try to get it done, when they knew that the time was coming up. And I'm not sure how appropriate it would be to fine them for one day. And so, I mean, my opinion is that we call it good and store the experience in our mind and consider that, if they bid on another project.
Keep it in mind, $500, and if they contest it, it'd probably cost us more than that to
Yeah.
fight it.
I doubt that they would contest it. I mean, they could contest it, but in light of the inspection, the final inspection on the job, they've done great concrete work where they have done the concrete work, and where they were deficient with the asphalt work, they went back and they completed it, they fixed it, and it has passed inspection. So I would recommend not to assess them the $500 penalty.
Buddy, you got any input on that?
Yeah, I can't really see them going back and, trying to push for this. Like I said, for the rain days, I know they've had plenty of time to get in there and get it done, but like I said, everything right now is done. They're doing their cleanup. The work that they've done looks fine. So I think it's just chalk this up for experience. So, but again, I can't really see. There may be some that want to, but like I said, that'll be up to the council. But I can't really see to pursue it, because like I said, it may be something I'd like to go ahead and get the bills paid and start on something new.
That's something new. Would that be those parking spaces on front of the stores? Like 8 Air Street,
Yeah, it'd be depending on if they're public or private. I've gotten with Steve, he's trying to get me a list together to let me find out which one that we can and ones that we can't do.
So what you're saying is if we go to that first block off of Main Street, we could have public, and then all of a sudden private, and then back to public, so we'll have this debit?
Yes, because it's like when you come down to, like, I think they're in Wilkerson, see that area right there, just west of southwest or southeast first, that's private, then turned back into to public, where we've done those, like in front of the post office, because see, that's a federal parking through there, so there wasn't nothing we allowed to do on that. But yeah, there's this next venture that we do this next year, we're probably gonna look at some of these off-street parking that needs to be done.
Oh, I was talking on the street, in front of off the sidewalk.
Oh, okay, well, those here, me and Steve talked a little bit about it. I don't know if something, again, we might look at is putting a seal coat on those and then come back and restriping. Because it may be allocated a little bit, but there's really no bad spots. That's why, like I said, when I went for just the center, part of that, because that's where everything was rough. And, but those other parts, like I said, we may be, this next year, just come in with a seal coat.
Yeah.
And, then come back and striping it, or, maybe seal coat the whole thing. Plus that should add a few more years onto the new asphalt also.
Okay. I had one of the businesses downtown ask about that, so.
Well, we're trying to stretch our money, because if we'd done from curb to curb, again, of course, we did have an underrun. So, but, hindsight 20/20 on that there, but like I said, I was just trying to stretch the money to get the worst parts done, and maybe, several years down the road, we can come back and, if they call for it, and go ahead and do those.
Okay. So, do we need to pass this on to full council to prove this?
On item 8, you have a motion and a second, and you can choose to vote no, and it stays here, it doesn't go to council. Or you can amend the motion
So my other question is the projects that he's already got bids on that you basically canceled, so we need to rebid those jobs, or that job?
No, he came in 100,000, he completed the work.
I'm talking about his next, like, phase 3 or phase 4 down the road that you've already said after, you're gonna wrap it up this year.
Wrap it up this year, and then there will be something else that will come and bid, the following year.
That's what he said.
So it's a rebid or something that he's already,
It'll be rebid.
that was my question.
Yeah, so the hundred thousand, just stays in our coffers. It stays in our coffers and gets budgeted into the next project.
Okay. What's you gentlemen suggest?
I'm okay with vote no or amended, don't matter to me.
I'm the same way.
Okay, call for vote.
Chitwood,
No.
Ketcher,
No.
Smith.
No.
All right.
All right, unforeseeable business? There is none. Call for adjournment.
Motion?
Second.
Call for vote.
Ketcher,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Chitwood.
Yes.
Okay, we are adjourned. Thank you.